कांक्षन्तः कर्मणां सिद्धिं यजन्त इह देवताः क्षिप्रम ही मानुषे लोके सिद्धिर्भवति कर्मजा. Hello friends, this is the 12th shlok of the 4th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, and today we will understand this shlok in detail. So let's first go over its meaning. So the shlok says, Kangshantah karmanam, which means those who perform action with aspiration. Siddhim yajanta iha devataha, which means worship for the sake of accomplishment. The deities here, Shipram hi manushe loke, which means soon in the human society, Siddhir bhavati karmaja, which means accomplish through their effort. So, in this shlok, Shri Krishna is telling something which is the favorite message of the motivational speakers these days. So, Shri Krishna is saying that when a person with with a very true aspiration is engaged in an action with a for the sake of accomplishment, then that person pretty soon attains whatever he is looking for in this human society, and that he does by the effort that he makes. So many a times when we talk about the benefit of performing some sort of a prayer for the deities, the general thinking that comes into our mind is that the person has to go to the temple of the deity, and over there the person has to make offerings to the temple and worship the deity over there, and when the person does that, then he attains the whatever he is looking for. So the point that has been made over here by Shri Krishna is something which we have to understand, because he has said that he attains the accomplishment by performing action. So what we have to understand over here is that the worship of the deity is not just going to his temple and then performing prayers, but the true worship of the deity actually is through action, which is in conjunction with the idea that is associated with that deity. And so when we are worshipping a deity in terms of gaining something which is associated with that deity, then it's not just by worshipping him or fasting for that deity or going to his temple, but it's also about performing action which is associated with that deity. So as an example, you can consider Lakshmi. So people want to attain wealth, and Lakshmi is the goddess of wealth. And so when someone wants to attain wealth, he will perform some yajna with respect to pleasing that deity. Now, over here, you have to understand that yajna is also associated with action. So it's not just performing a havan, or it's not just about basically keeping a fast or going to the temple and worshipping Lakshmi, which is sufficient. If you really want to become rich, then you have to go out there in this world, invest your money, do trade, and do things like that. Then only you can attain money. If someone just goes to the temple and worships Lakshmi and hopes that he will get money, then that does not really work. Such a person actually is not even the one who wants to attain money. He just wants to lie down, be lazy, and attain something without really action, without really performing any action. So that person in the truest sense does not really want any money. If you want money, if you want to become wealthy, then you have to go out there, you have to engage in some sort of a trade, and you have to invest your money, then only you can attain it. So that is why Shri Krishna in the end says Siddhir Bhavati Karmaja. Karmaja means basically something which generates from action. So when you want to attain something, you have to act for it, and when we start acting for it, then soon we attain those things. So that is the whole message that is presented in this shlok, that when someone with the has some aspiration, and with wholehearted dedication he works towards that action, then the deities which are associated with that particular accomplishment, they become happy and they provide that thing to a person. It's not just about fasting or going to the temple, but it's also about going out there and acting in the right manner. So I hope that I have explained this shlok well to you. With that, I will close this video. I will see you all in the next video. Take care.